And we are live.
Yup.
We are back at it yet again. Myself, Josh Carroll, and of course,
You know what it
the
is.
wizard himself.
It's the VOLDREG. You know the rest. If you don't, go watch a battle.
Facts. Yeah, anyway, we shall get right into it.
What is this?
We are
Reinforcements, right?
here. Yeah, reinforcements day 2. Today is the last day to get the pre-sale for $20.
Do that.
It is going to be in pre-sale for last day for $20. After that, it's $30 at the door.
Yep.
To be at Precise Bro Lounge, 430 North Swift Avenue in Addison. It's a stacked fucking card. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
It's honestly full of heaters. Like what is it say?
Oh, we about to get into it. We're gonna say
Yes,
everything when we get into it.
Yeah, without any further ado, first off, Aojo
Versus Shogun. We have
this is the absolute perfect tone setter for the night, if you ask me.
Yep. Here we have Agatha Harkness versus Scarlet Witch. Shogun is Scarlet Witch. He has a very high ceiling when he shows up and goes off. Aojo, however, is Agatha Harkness. Very powerful in their own right, but can use it a little more regularly. I did not think in New England Aojo would get round of the night. I heard his material beforehand, and I knew his third was going to go off, but I didn't know it was going to hit like that. I thought I was just feeling it because it was some real dad, real nigga shit, but like, he really did do that shit. And so I think this one comes down to which Shogun shows up, because Aojo is my dude, and I am hard pressed to bet against him. I would say that 7 out of 10 matches, Aojo is going to beat Shogun. The question is, which one of those 10 matches is this? Is this the one where we get Super Saiyan Shogun? Do we get Jinx Shogun? Do we get who was his last battle at
CJ
fight? Yeah, do we get CJ Moody or do we not? And because of that, I have to go Aojo. Shogun proved me wrong. Is it 3 rounds?
Yes, as far as I know, it is.
Oh, Shogun in trouble, bro. Shogun in trouble, bro. I really ain't seen Shogun. I've seen Shogun have trouble with 1-rounders. No, maybe that's not true. I've seen him have trouble. I can't remember if those times he had trouble was 3 or 1, but I know that 3 is often going to be the harder of the two. If this is a 3-rounder against Aojo, buddy, Shogun's got to prove to me. He's got to prove it.
And yeah, I agree because I told Shogun yesterday, like if you want Rowan Mage to, obviously yourself, to guide, you got to make a statement like I know you can.
Thanks.
But of course, I got to call it right now. I think Shogun can steal around, but I do have him losing for that exact reason.
Shogun. Here's the thing, though, is I got to go 3-0 Aojo because I don't think it's going to be about stealing around for Shogun. When Shogun's in his mood, you know, if he can smack somebody around for a whole 5-minute round, right? That's 2.5 minutes per round. That's 2 rounds out of 3. So if Shogun shows up, he takes this. But if he doesn't go full Scarlet Witch meltdown, Aojo, Agatha Harkness, is too good at regularly using magic. So either
Great analogy.
Aojo blows him out of the water or Shogun shows up. So I can't go 2-1. I got to go 3-0 either way. Leaning more towards Aojo.
I respect that. Next one, we have the return of Damn It Man.
Let's go.
Versus one of Indiana's heavy hitters, Pope. Pope is coming off a very battle against Jay Lopez. And this is going to be an absolute slugfest. And I think Damn It Man has a bit of a chip on his shoulder from that shit that went on with Arcash.
Yeah.
And he's gonna really wanna stand out here.
Yeah, because the last time I physically saw Damn It Man, I believe it was when I battled Human, was the last one I was in the building for. And the night went so long that I think he had a bad performance because he was just zonked by like 1:32 a.m. to be rapping. And so it wasn't a great showing physically last time. I think
it was a VDM 7 against Felix.
Yeah. And I think that's a little far back to be holding against him. We're in like a whole new season, but in the same vein, I feel like I haven't heard much from Damn It Man this season.
Yeah,
I've been hearing more about Pope. Yeah, I've been hearing more about Pope than Damn It Man. I gotta wonder if Damn It Man is really locked in.
We shall see it, but yeah, for now, the safe bet is to go Pope 2-1, maybe 3-0.
Yep. I can't give it to Damn It Man. Damn It Man's good. I hate saying that. I've seen Damn It Man be Damn It Man. And there's a reason his name is Damn It Man. Because you're going to say that at least once per round if he's on. But, like, all right, Damn It Man, make me a fan again. Make me a believer again, bro.
Facts. Next one. Okay, this is one of those ones that it could be sleeper battle of the night. King Benny versus Shadow. I like this one.
King Benny 3-0.
Really?
King Benny 3-0.
And why is that the wizard?
Because the monster awake, bro. Benny ain't about to fade, especially after what happened at his last event. No, nigga. Benny about to come snap. King Shadow, you could be cold as you want, bro. Be cold. That energy finna be different. I can't wait, bro. I'm so excited. King Benny 3-0. King Benny isn't necessarily your writer's writer. He's a rapper's rapper. He's all performance, all energy. And I promise you, his energy is just going to be different. Because you know, writers get better at writing as they write. Performers get better at performing as they perform. He's all energy. His aura is just going to continue. If he continues in battle rap the way he is, his aura is going to continue growing. And you can combat somebody's ability to write. You can combat somebody's ability to perform. It is very tough to combat somebody's pure, raw, unadulterated energy. That is an exhausting thing to do. It's an exhausting thing to stand in front of. And I don't think people are ready for how crazy King Benny is about to get in battle rap if he continues, bro. He's right on the verge of something, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I do agree with everything you said, because in this case, he knows he has something to prove, and he's not coming to play after that huge ass debacle.
Yeah,
and
this is wartime.
But if you even want to call it a huge ass debacle, but that's neither here nor there. But
right,
my one knock is the fact that he hasn't really dated his style. Like, he raps the same way, and I've always disliked that. And what I exactly mean by that is, like, why isn't he like switching cadences every now and then, switching like punch patterns? I feel like if he put a little more to his arsenal in that regard, he could be just as dangerous as he is now.
Okay, so D&D time. Fighters, right? Like when you're a spellcaster, you pick your specialty. You have to figure out what spells you want to take with you for the day, and you're you know, shit like that. When you're a fighter, you pick your weapon, right? And then as magic users get better, they get greater spells, as that they get techniques that they can use, because at the end of the day, spells exhaust, right? If you're a spellcaster and you run out of spells, you're in trouble. Fighters get extra attacks. Fighters get action surge. They can just take a whole second round before you get if I get 2 attacks per round, I can attack and then action surge. Hey, I got a whole nother round that I can do something with. So whatever spell you cast, whatever spell you brought, I hope it's a good one, because if I survive those spells, I don't get tired of swinging. You get tired of casting spells. I don't get tired of swinging this sword. And that's one of the things that people don't understand about fighters and barbarians, and how you talk about he has a single style, right? But as you level as a fighter, it seems boring to a lot of people. But the techniques that they get only seem boring because of how practical they are. Action surge, you get 2 more attacks. It doesn't seem that spectacular. No, you get a whole nother round. If you want to do something else with that round, you can off action surge. So like if he gets other techniques, he'll be able to factor them in and it'll be fine. But sometimes people have to remember the growth of a fighter class is boring a lot of the time until they get artifacts, magic items, weapons they can use that do more than just swing. And fighters are so strong that they're going to get there. There's not a lot you can do to stop a fighter except hope they don't get lucky, and or hope they get unlucky. And so he is going to be, or this is what he's been thus far, is just this fighter fighting his way through these battles. But as events collect around him, as his crew gets more tighter knit and people in his crew go on to do great things, as the environment around him changes, he gets stronger because he has more tools around him to use and more things come into him. That plain, you're going to see that plain style that you're looking at now, that fighter that takes 2 swings, one day he's going to show up and he's going to say, yeah, I'm a fighter and I get 2 swings, but you also have to save twice, because every time I hit you with this weapon, it glows up with light. So yeah, deal with that too. You see what I'm saying? Fighters seem boring,
Great analogy.
but it's about what you put in their hand. And Benny been through it, bro. And the resolve that man has, and the resolve of the team around him, man, we're gonna see some new shit. King Shadow, come to Wright, be entertaining, bar this nigga away, use your energy to push him back. I'm waiting on Benny to grow, and I see him right at the precipice. So for every battle that Benny has, I'm going in favor of Benny, because I just want to be there and have been right when he finally hits that level and crosses over, because this nigga's a monster, bro. The energy is there. I can see it. As soon as he can get that shit to pop, it's going down. I've been talking too long about King Benny, though, and I feel like I haven't said enough about King Shadow, because he is good. I'm a Benny fan. So if you want to say something about either of them, go ahead.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it, obviously he's made his name on UBL, Shadow. But he is from Chicago. This is his first time battling in Chicago.
That's wild.
So this is technically a home game, but it's not a home game.
But it's not. Exactly. Benny gonna be surrounded by people. Stop. Okay. It's gonna look okay. All right. Shout out King Shadow.
Yeah, the way I do have many clearly taken this, but because of the reasons that we previously stated. I like Shadow, but it won't be.
Who's next?
Next one we got, for lack of better terms here, White Think Funk, my ogre, versus a UBL vet making his return, I believe. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. Lyricologist. I last seen him when he battled Human.
Who, Lyricologist?
Yes.
Right.
It was a good battle. But Think Funk the Ogre is way too seasoned, man. I think he's gonna clear this.
You know what my issue with this?
This might be a possible 3-0.
My issue with this battle is people often forget, or completely ignore, because we like what we like, but people forget that there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one stat with which we judge someone's performance by, it's more than just your multis, it's more than just your punches, it's a whole thing. And I feel like Lyricologist doesn't get the appreciation that he should from his performances. So the way I characterize this battle, Think Funk versus Lyricologist, I understand Think Funk is that ogre, bro. I've seen him, right? This battle is beautiful. It's like bold, clear print versus very pretty cursive. Think Funk is like bold print letters. What he brings you, you're going to be able to read, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna look like an architect wrote this paper, right? But Lyricologist is going to bring us cursive. It's very pretty, but it can sometimes be hard to read. But it is in its own right. But it is in its own right more difficult than print. The question is it more difficult than bold, beautiful print? Because we've seen people who don't use cursive and their handwriting is still trash, right? The Think Funk's plain bold print, the lines are very straight, the curves seem to make sense for the G's and the H's. You never confuse H with N, none of that shit. But Lyricologist is gonna bring us cursive, and everybody can't read cursive, bro.
Yeah, man, you really have analogies for everything. Like it blows my fucking mind.
I'm just thinking this shit through, buddy.
I mean, obviously, Lyricologist is who he is for a reason.
Right.
This will be a good battle. This will be a good battle, but I still have Think with the Gentleman 3-0. But Lyricologist could possibly steal around.
Yeah. If you're reading somebody's handwriting and it's all cursive, you'll probably understand 25 to 35% of it. You'll pick up on that. But like, man, cursive can be hard. It can be pretty, but it can be hard to get down sometimes.
Facts.
I have Think Funk 2-1.
Yeah, solid assessments there. Next one, we have, if you want to call this an OG battle, QG Bo versus Chris Kane. QG Bo is making his long-awaited return to the ring. What was supposed to be Mantra, not happened. Well, Mantra and YDB for that matter.
Yeah. But life, I get it.
And Chris Kane is obviously a Wisconsin vet. I had first seen him against King Crash. he's very fire. This is going to be a close battle, depending on what versions of both of them we see.
I go 2-1 debatable. I am going to fall on the side of Chris Kane. That's my guess. QG Bo has missed 2 battles. I won't say missed. QG Bo has had 2 battles that I've known of that were supposed to happen that didn't. Which to me suggests life is taking such a toll that QG Bo's head might not be in it. Not enough to beat Chris Kane. But
you might be right.
Yeah, you don't miss. Like, imagine you write for a battle and then it doesn't happen. And then you write for another battle and then it doesn't happen. All that effort and that exhaustion that goes into it. I mean, shit, by the time he was writing for Chris Kane, was he even still enthused? You know, and that's nothing against him. That's just emotionally what happens when, like you saw with Mo Minutes, when you do a battle and it doesn't come out, and you do a battle and it doesn't come out, you do a battle and it doesn't come out, and it's just like, man, it just weighs on you. So my question is,
yeah, I feel it.
My question is, QG Bo, is your head in it? Are you sure? If you haven't had the chance to spar, maybe do so. I don't know if you're a sparring type. Everybody doesn't benefit from that, but show up. Yeah, I mean, this isn't hate. If something were to happen and you couldn't make it to this event, I wouldn't be mad at you. I understand life, but like, you know, the longer it takes you to get back on the stage, the more that light is gonna hurt when it hits you.
All facts, and I really want to see that QG Bo we all saw against John Dose. To see that,
yeah.
But for now, I'm definitely going with Chris Kane.
Yep.
For those reasons.
2-1, maybe 3-0. I hope QG Bo doesn't choke or anything like that. That would disappoint me. Who's next?
Okay, this one I'm real excited for, especially with both coming off very fire performances. Doughboy and Mr. Wright. Doughboy is coming off a very fire battle, at least from the clips I've seen, with Kevo. And last I saw him, he had a very fire battle against CJA, Mr. I'm back wildin'.
I'm back. Don't do it.
Shout out CJA.
I'm going Mr. Wright.
Yes, consistency.
Sort of. Because to me, they're both consistent, but I feel like Doughboy's been punching down. You know, I feel like he's kind of on a hamster wheel a little bit. And I think when he steps into the ring with somebody like Mr. Wright, who's really going to be pushing back, it's gonna be a shocking overpowering. When you're used to not, I remember when I tried out for basketball when I was in middle school. My whole life, I was so much faster than the people around me that I kind of always had to play down, right? So then I try out for the basketball team, and I'm kind of faltering on the 3-man weave, this play we're running. And that's when I realized that I was falling behind. It was the first time I had ever had to actually try, not even try to keep up. You know, it was to just not jog, you know, so that I could keep up with the play. And it was one of those things that made me look bad to the coach when I was trying out, because he thought I was just slow. No, I'm used to accidentally dusting everybody, so I don't run anymore. And that feels like Doughboy Millie to me.
Hmm.
That's just, at least that's what it feels like to me. The only time it felt like he wasn't punching down, Xander, the only time I feel like he wasn't punching down was like Primus.
Facts.
I could be missing some names, but to me, Primus was the last time he had to, and I don't think he survived Primus. I think Primus was in an environment that played against him, but I don't think Primus lost to Doughboy.
You could also argue that Doughboy wasn't punching down against Mo Menace either.
Oh, facts. I forgot he battled Mo Menace. Did that come out?
Yeah, that's been out for a year.
Yeah.
He argued we 3-0 Mo Menace.
I'd have to watch that again.
Yeah, but the way I see it, I'm going with Mr. Wright. Because yeah, Doughboy and Mr. Wright are great punchers at their best, but we also cannot discredit how good of a writer Mr. Wright is.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel like he might, no, actually he will win the building over, and I think Doughboy could still around depending on what Doughboy we see, but the safe bet here is to go Mr. Wright 2-1.
You see what I'm saying? Anybody can get that. I hate saying 3-0 because anybody can get one. Anybody can have that punch. Anybody can have that angle. Anybody can have that one thing that you just weren't going to overcome that round, even if you clearly beat them the other two and your verse altogether was bad. They had that one thing that people are like, nah, you lost that one, bro. But we'll see if Doughboy has that from Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright is a writer.
Facts.
I want to see, to me, this is, Doughboy's talked a lot about who he could smoke, and Doughboy has said at times that he would smoke me. I think he said it was at least a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I'm like, boy, you don't write like me. You have elements that are great, but like you don't write right? So I want to see him write against Mr. Wright. I want to see Doughboy write against Mr. Wright. Doughboy, if you write against Mr. Wright, you got my respect. I will concede most of the points that I've made up until this point if you outright Mr. Wright, if you outperform Mr. Wright. But if Mr. Wright come in here and fuck you up, bro, don't let that happen. Don't let that be you. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I know you can do it, Doughboy. Prove us all wrong here.
You can do it, though. I'm not a fan. I just think, you haven't gotten beaten on yet. And it happens to everyone. And I'm very used to people coming up to me talking about how they can beat on me. And then I beat on them at half speed, 3/4 speed. A lot of people haven't seen me go off. Y'all ain't seen that yet. I like up until the Duke battle, I was kind of just playing around. You haven't seen me get serious until I had to start battling like K Venom in them. So like, do work. Who's next? So now I'm just talking shit.
Okay, we got a real slugfest here. G Gray, the president of all of UBL, and the great Calhoun.
This is tough because I feel like I don't know enough about UBL Prez to not be biased towards Speedy.
Okay, I will take the lead on this one then. G Gray is a bit of a he can do everything. He can write, he can punch, he has great delivery and projection. Like a lot of the things that B Calhoun also has. But in this sense, Speedy Calhoun is a superior performer. And I think that is what's going to be the deciding factor here. because obviously all of the other intangibles themselves out. It's going to be all about execution in this battle. And we all know that Speedy Calhoun executes his shit very well.
Buddy,
so
I look at it. I look at it like this.
If I'm gonna call it 2v3-0 Speedy. Sorry, G Gray.
You see what I'm saying? Here's my thing: is that in D&D, bards have this thing that they have called reliable talent. Now you roll every action on a 20-sided die. So I always say the pluses don't matter as much as the rolls. Pluses are important. +5 to this roll, +8 to this roll. That's all nice and good and well. But if you have +8 to a roll and you roll a 3, you got 11, buddy, with all those pluses. Speedy has what is called reliable talent. On any roll under a 10, a bard can just choose to take a 10 for his roll if it was underneath that for certain things. That's their reliable talent. And Speedy's performance is his reliable talent. No matter what he rolls, you'll never get anything under a 10 of 20. Everybody rolls underneath 10 occasionally. Even I roll underneath 10, more often than not. But like when you have reliable talent, it kind of just prevents you from failing certain checks. Because if you have pluses in that ability and you can't get under 10, most of the time you're going to succeed.
Yeah, and that's fact, and we cannot ignore the fact that Speedy has been on an absolute tear.
Yep.
Over the last year and
already
a half.
Running. Gray better just hope he's not the wall. He's not the third wall in a succession of walls, because Speedy's just been running through shit. And now that he's built up momentum,
I don't see it stopping anytime. Honestly.
But it could also be bias. So I'm tentative.
Yeah, G, this is my first time seeing you live. I love being proven wrong.
We all do. No, we don't. That's a lie.
Okay, so
they talking shit in the Focus Fest chat. Jot's finna get himself bodied on accident, bro. If I shouldn't say Jot's dude name is Johnny something or other in the chat. But if that's Jot's gonna fuck around and get himself bodied and lose $500. But that's a whole nother thing. Who's on the list?
Okay, so the next one. Okay, if any of you have followed Illinois battle rap, much less Chicago battle rap, as a whole for the past couple years or so, then you know how big this is, especially for the city of Chicago. Duke the Shooter.
Yep.
Versus Joey 357. Oh, by the way, Duke, you better be ready, because in 3 weeks after that, I am going to kick your ass, but that is neither here nor there.
That is neither here nor there. We got Duke versus J357.
We got two very pen heavy, performance heavy punchers. This is going, and I've been told by Primus that this will be 3 rounds. So we can expect an absolute slugfest. But if I have to call it, I've got Joey edging it 2-1.
Yeah, that's what I had. And it's crazy because I'm such a Duke fan, but Duke has been having breathing problems. He's been having surgeries. Like that wears on your max HP. Like there's when you play in D&D and you take hits, you lose HP from your total, right? But you lose them, but when you rest, you get them back, right? If you have 100 hit points, somebody does 90 of 100, you know, you rest and now you got 100 of 100. But when you're having surgeries and issues like that, you lose hit points off of your maximum. So instead of taking 90 of 100, you're 90 of 90, right? So no matter how much you rest now, you can only get back to 90. And it's been seeming like it's almost building, because he had the surgery before me, right? And then he had a battle in, I believe, Smoke Room, and he was really, really cooking.
He had you, then Boomman, then J Pence on Raw Talent.
Okay, and it might have been the Pence battle, but it could have been the Boomman battle. I doubt it though. Who loses to Boomman?
He choked in that battle because
was
he
Boomman?
told me that it was strep throat and it fucked him. Told me it was strep throat and it fucked him up.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He's having issue after issue after issue, and it's just cutting off his 90 of 90, 80 of 80, 70 of 70. You got to take time and rest and get back into it, because when you're forcing it, you're not taking the damage off of your total, so it doesn't feel like it's hurting you, but you're taking it off of your maximum, and it's hurting you worse. I gotta go Joey, just because I don't know if I hope this is the return of 100% Duke. If this is the return of 100% Duke, then it's Duke 3-0. But if he's hiding some sort of physical problem from us, Joey 357 edges at 2-1.
Yeah, solid prediction.
Vander agrees.
Yeah, we need you at 100, Duke. No question.
We need you at 100, Duke. You make moments, bro.
All facts. You've been doing that for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
It won't be stopping here.
That was the main event, wasn't it?
Not so fast. Okay, so you could argue that is the people's main event.
Okay, that's what was going on in my head.
But the real main event, well, yeah, actually that is the real main event. Of course, neither here nor there. Catboy Hurt versus Ultimate Beast Primus, our division head. If you know who Catboy Hurt is, he is arguably the OG when it comes to Wisconsin. He's been around, I think, a decade plus. He's coming off, at least from what I've been hearing, a Killer Bee. But
isn't Primus coming off a win with Killer Bee? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you could say it's a super debatable battle if you exclude all the gas. But neither here nor there. The way I see it, this will be a very debatable battle.
Yeah.
But I had to pick. I'm going Primus 2-1. Because I feel like in terms of like what I have in terms of their intangibles, Primus is way more electrifying, especially with his delivery.
And this is reinforcements. This is his crowd, ain't it?
Yes.
I gotta go Primus 2-1. Is Catboy a? He's the Wisconsin OG, right?
Yes.
Is he a Packer fan?
Not sure. I
if he a Packer fan, Primus 3-0. If he a Packer fan, nothing he says matters.
Facts. Sorry, you little cheeseheads.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If you a Packer fan, you lost, bro. Don't even come to the battle. Primus could choke all 3 rounds.
Another bar.
Primus could choke all 3 rounds and you still lost.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah. Primus could choke all 3 rounds and a Packer fan still lost.
No, but you also said I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Bro, I'm not even running through these bars. I was gonna make a Milwaukee joke. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Main event
this is a
Primus
very
2-1.
exciting card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to every battle on this card. Let's see how everything plays out.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back and see how wrong I was. This is like fight night for me. We every Saturday, me and my homies, we get together and we do what is it called? It's like this fight thing that you could do where you guess the outcomes of the fights, and these prediction blogs are turning into like fight night fight cards for me. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, damn near. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to do. I'm glad I'm doing it with you. And yeah, people look forward to this. Well, this is basically officially a regular thing. So next prediction vlog is tomorrow. Next prediction vlog is tomorrow, where we do Focus Fest.
I'm battling in Focus Fest. You're gonna want to see tomorrow's predictions.
Yeah. See what he said. Yeah,
all right,
this has been Race Sport.
Speaking of that, I'm about to go rehearse, bro, because I still got to get my third. I ain't even started. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, you definitely need to spar with me real quick.
Hey, all right. So we're gonna bring this to a close then.
Yes, sir. This has been Brace for It. Reinforcements. Josh Carroll. Black Mage.
Draga,
Tune in tomorrow for Focus Fest.
Let's go. Earthbenders.
Peace,